Cambodia Prime Minister begins official visit to Vietnam.
Hamas warns no hostages leave Gaza alive unless demands met.
Textile and garment industry thriving with end-of-year orders.
Hello, so good to see you again in today's news. I am Hoàng Yên, and here we go, the first headline. The Prime Minister of Cambodia, Sadek Mohabovo Thiadehe Hanmanet, has officially begun his two-day visit to Vietnam on December 11th and 12th. This is the Prime Minister Hanmanet's first visit to Vietnam since the establishment of a new government in Cambodia last August. The Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính held a reception ceremony for his Cambodian counterpart at the Presidential Palace in Hanoi. The two Prime Ministers held talks and witnessed the signing of important cooperation agreements between two governments. Leaders of two countries will also attend the Vietnam-Cambodian Trade and Investment Promotion Forum. The Prime Minister Hanmanet's visit to Vietnam is also his first visit to an Asian country. The visit is a strong affirmation of the two countries' leaders in strengthening the traditional friendship and comprehensive cooperation between the two peoples, as well as in bringing new opportunities for bilateral cooperation to a new level. The Hamas Islamic movement has warned that no hostages would leave Gaza alive unless the group's demand for prisoners' releases are met.
In a televised statement, Hamas spokesman said Israel will not receive hostages alive without exchange or negotiation and meeting their demands. Israel says there are 137 hostages still in Gaza, while activists say around 7,000 Palestinians are in Israeli jails. Hamas warning comes as Israeli tanks continue to advance towards the center of Khan Yunis city in southern Gaza. Israel has reported hitting over 250 targets within 24 hours, including Hamas military communication sites, underground tunnels in southern Gaza, and a Hamas military command center in Shijaya. According to Israeli officials, about 7,000 Hamas militants have been killed. However, Israel's offensive campaign against Hamas has also claimed over 18,000 lives in Gaza, mostly civilians.
The Australian government announced that they will tighten visa regulations for international students and low-skilled workers to reduce the number of immigrants entering the country by half in the next 2 years.
The decision comes after net immigration in 2022-2023 is expected to reach a record high of 510,000 people. With the decision to tighten visas, the number of immigrants is forecast to drop to about 250,000 in the coming years, roughly equal to the pre-COVID-19 level. However, Australia will speed up the process of accepting highly skilled labour to assist businesses in recruiting top talent in the face of fierce competition with other developed economies.
Upcoming are some updated news.
In the first 11 months of 2023, domestic revenue in Nghệ An province reached 14.431 billion Vietnamese dongs, equivalent to 99% of the estimate or 79% compared to the same period last year. In order to fulfill the budget revenue plan for 2023, Nghệ An Tax Department has implemented a comprehensive measures to manage tax payment, to support and encourage taxpayers to fulfill their obligations to the state budget. Additionally, tax sector also effectively implemented support measures in line with the policies of the National Assembly and the government to help business and people quickly recover their production and business, thereby creating conditions for increasing state budget revenue. Attention will be also paid to coming up with appropriate measures to support to businesses and people.
The Project Management Board of Nghệ An Economic Zone will select contractors to carry out Xuân Dương Lake Golf Course and Eco-Tourism Package with a total capital of 2.374 trillion VND. The golf course and eco-tourism area located in Dien Phu Camille, Dien Châu District will be widely tendered in the first quarter of 2024. The duration of contract is 9 months, and the funding from the 2023 budget of Nghệ An province and the privatization revived capital contributing to the provincial budget. Nghệ An is aiming to attract investment in 9 additional golf courses and strives to have 100% of local tourism areas to get its own entertainment and recreational centers from 2030 to 2050.
The Ministry of Health has just sent dispatches to the People's Committees of provinces and municipalities on strengthening the prevention of avian influenza spreading to humans. According to the Ministry of Health, Cambodia recently recorded 2 more cases of influenza A, H5N1, infection in Kampot province, bringing the total number of human infections in this country to 6, including 3 deaths. Kampot province shares the border with the southwestern region of Vietnam, so the risk of bird flu entering our country and infecting humans is very high. The Ministry of Health asked the localities to closely monitor people entering the country and to detect suspected and infected cases, to strengthen inspections on acute respiratory infections, severe viral pneumonia and influenza syndrome cases in a bid to promptly detect influenza A, H5N1, and take measures to prevent the disease from spreading to the community.
Now let's move to today's story. After a long period of struggle due to a sharp decline in orders, in the last 2 months of this year, the textiles and garment enterprises have signs of recovery in terms of orders, contributing to sustaining production, creating jobs for workers, fulfilling annual targets, and setting the stage for next year, 2024.
After a prolonged period of alternating layoffs and reduced working hours, over 3,000 employees of this company have returned to a stable work pace, even working overtime to meet orders. In addition to orders from the United States market, new markets from Europe and Asia have been secured until the end of May 2024.
We receive many orders for year-end time. Our workers are very busy. They have to work overtime up to 9 hours and a half. Our business is seeing good results.
In the current market fluctuations and decline in orders, understanding market requirements to adapt to the situation has garnered attention from businesses. By taking advantages of free trade agreements, many textile and garment products have access to new and potential markets. There are different free trade agreements for businesses to choose according to their product and criteria. We can choose the one suitable to our condition. This year is the first time Vietnamese textile and garment products are present in 104 markets and territories. The largest export market for Vietnam's garment products is the United States, followed by Japan, South Korea, and the EU. The export value of Nghệ An's garment industry this year is estimated to reach $425 million.
Now is the end of the show today. Thank you so much for your attention. Goodbye and see you later.